welcome back, and today it's time for another 5 products video, and today I'm going to be talking about 5 affordable products that I absolutely love, like hardcore love, and that nobody's talking about. So yeah, so if you want to see some of my hidden gems of the drugstore slash affordable online stores, then stick around. Alright, the first one I want to talk about is relatively new. This was a new launch this year. I'm actually wearing it today, and I have got to say this has become my favorite go-to liquid eyeliner. This is the Wet n Wild waterproof eyeliner. It's a little bit different than their Mega Last. So whereas the Mega Liner has a brush tip on it, the H2O liner has a very nice felt liner on it. This is just such a good liner. It's nice, it's black, it's opaque, it does not run, it does not set into fine lines. So if you're like me and have some lines and texture on your eyelids, this is going to be just an absolutely amazing eyeliner. And on top of that, if you have sensitive eyes or watery eyes, if you put this on, it will not go anywhere. And I think I talked about this in like my July favorites. I wore this eyeliner when I went to go see Guns N' Roses with Daniel and his brother Jason, and one eye was watering so bad that all of the eyeshadow had wiped off of it by the end of the night. The other one was fine, but the eyeliner was still there. It looked like it hadn't been touched. This is such a good product. So if you are looking for something that is going to stay, that's not going to wipe away, that is under $5, I would highly recommend checking this out in the drugstore. It's fantastic. Another product that I'm absolutely loving from the drugstore that I got for under $5, and I got this from Five Below, but you can get it online, and I'll link all these products down below. And this is the City Color Contour Effects On The Go palette. Now I know I talked about this in my What's New at the Drugstore 2016 Contour Edition, but I just wanted to expound upon that. Now, this is such a good compact palette. I paid $5 for it. You get 4 contouring shades, and then you get 2 highlights. Now, I will say they do have a two different versions of this. This is the smaller version. So if you like to mix up your contouring shades like I do, sometimes go for something a little bit warmer, something a little bit cooler, I would highly recommend this. But if you're somebody who leans mainly warm or mainly cool, I would suggest just picking up the Contour Effects palette 1 or 2. 1 is very warm toned, 2 is very cool toned, so it's just a nice sleek palette where you get bigger pans of the shades you're going to use most. But I do really like this one, and I've got to say, for a while I could not put down this contouring shade right here. It is so good. It is nice. It's blends out beautifully on the skin. It's pigmented. Absolutely loved that shade. I would use this shade right here to bronze up my skin. It'd probably help if I showed you. And then I would use both of these highlighters right here. These highlighters are just so pretty, very pigmented. I mean, just a gorgeous palette. I really enjoy this palette, and if you can find this online or you are close to a Five Below, I would see if you can pick this up, especially if you're somebody who is not sure about contouring or you're a beginner and you don't want to drop $45, $50 on a contouring palette. I think there are some amazing contouring palettes in the drugstore. This is just beat out my Profusion Studio contouring palette. I love that one too, but this one just barely beat it out. So good. Next, let's talk about this little product. This is the Salon Perfect Brow Defining Powder in Universal Brown. This thing is like $2.50 in the drugstore. Mine is used and abused. I don't know if you can see that. I love this, and I know I've been using the Profusion Brow Palette for a while. I know I've been using the Profusion Brow Palette a whole bunch. It's been in my favorites videos, but I've really gone back to this. This is a ride or die product. So I don't remember this coming in more than 1 or 2 shades, but the Universal Brow shade I think would work for a wide variety of people. You get a soft, kind of more blondish taupey color, and then you get a nice deeper dark brown. I use the dark brown on my outer corners and underneath the brow, and then I use the lighter, more blonde color to kind of blend in the inner corner and the upper part of the brow. So these powders don't seem all that pigmented, but I find that when I'm working with my brows, I would much rather build it up than start out way too crazy. So this is nice. I like to, my favorite way to use this on an everyday basis is just by itself. But if I'm doing a more glam look like I am doing today, I will go in with a brow pencil like my BH Cosmetics Studio Brow or my NYX Micro Brow. And then what I'll do is blend that in with the spoolie and kind of top it with this powder and set it with the powder. But if you are cool toned and everything just seems too red in your brows, which is very easy, it is very easy for anything to turn red toned in my brows, I would definitely try out this. And again, that's the Salon Perfect Brow Defining Powder in Universal Brown, and it will last you forever, and it's like $3. So good. Next, let's talk about these. These are amazing. These are the NYX Full Throttle lipsticks. I love these. I have 8 of them. 2 of them are actually in my purse because I've been wearing them all week long. These are so good, and I don't hear anybody talking about these. These are a waterproof lipstick is what they're called, and they come in, I believe, 12 shades. Again, I have 8. These are just unbelievable. These have a really unique teeny tiny little bullet, which is, they say it's supposed to be so you can line your lips, but really once you wear down a lipstick, that's not going to be effective anyway. But these lipsticks are so interesting because they go on like a like they slide on like a liquid. So these almost have like a slide to them, that's a slip to them, almost like the Amore matte lipsticks from Milani or the Sweet Matte Lip Creams from Jordana. It's that kind of very thin consistency and feel. It goes on, it's extremely opaque color, and then they dry down completely matte. And these are not transfer proof 100%, but I would say they're 95% transfer proof. They have some absolutely gorgeous colors in here, from the very vampy to the very, very bright. And I mean, they just are amazing. They're so good. And I don't know why nobody talks about these. I think they wear well throughout the day. I had the shade called Locked On All Day Long, which is like a deep berry shade. I ate, I drank, I put it on about 8:30 this morning. I did not reapply, and then when I got home is when I finally wiped it off. And there was some fading, but it's nothing as bad as the cracking and flaking that you're gonna get with most liquid lipsticks. So if you wanna try, or if you like the idea of a liquid lipstick and how it wears, but you don't wanna mess with a liquid lipstick, try these out because they're so good. So good. And these and the new Velvet Matte formula from NYX. You guys know I love NYX lippies, but those two are just like, it was a toss-up between the Velvet Mattes and these, and I think these just wore out because of wear time. So such a good liquid lipstick, or I call them liquid lipstick, such a good lipstick product. Finally, let's talk about some brushes. Now, I know that there are just a crap ton of companies out there that make really good brushes. I know Morphe's really hyped up. You know, everybody's, Sigma's the old school, like MAC is like the OG of brushes, but I think a lot of times companies like BH Cosmetics and Coastal Scents get overlooked because they've come a long way in their brush game. They weren't good. Some of my first brushes that I got from like BH Cosmetics and Coastal Scents weren't that great, but there are some in my collection that I've had for years that I absolutely love. I use them to freelance, and I have the ones that I picked, the way I narrowed them down is the ones I had multiple of 3 or more. So terrible. Actually, I take that back. It's not terrible because I do use them in my kit. So let's just take these one by one. Now, this brush is an essential eye brush for me. I use it almost every single day in every single look that I do. This is the BR250 brush. Now, it's got a pinched ferrule on it, and it's got a little bit of a taper with still some fluffiness to it. So I love this brush. And the way I use this brush the most is when after I lay down whatever my transition shade is going to be with a fluffy brush, I will take this brush and pick up whatever deeper crease shade I want to use, and I will just concentrate it right there in the crease. I used it today for this look. And the great thing about this is you can put it horizontally and really, really rock it in the crease, or you can flip it over and blend it out. So it's kind of like a precision brush, precision crease brush, and a fluffy brush in one. I absolutely love this brush. I have 3 of them. I use them every single day. The next brush I also have 3 of, and you guys see me use this all the time. This is the BRC S25 brush. It is a nice brush. It's got a pinched ferrule and a very nice taper to it. These are all synthetic brushes. This one is extremely soft, and I love this brush. I use this brush to contour and blush. It's my favorite for contouring and for blush, and I'll even use it for highlight. Now, it's not my favorite for highlighting, but when I travel, it works in a pinch, so I'll just throw one of these in there and just use it for all 3. I love this brush, and I think why I love this brush so much is because of the pinched ferrule. It's really good for my big old face. Now, this might not be for everybody. I've got a very big head, so just keep that in mind. But it's great for getting into the contour when it comes to blush, it's great. It just fits right on the apple of my cheek. And again, it's just great for, you can use the edge of it just to highlight. I love this brush. And I think the other reason why I love this brush so much is because it's soft and it does have some density to it, so it's really good at blending out like a contour shade or a bronzer or a blush, but it's not so dense that it's gonna move all of the product underneath. So it's not gonna move your foundation around or your concealer around, so it's gonna blend out those products without disturbing the rest of your makeup. And I think that's probably why I love this brush so much. It is so good. Like I said, I have 3 of them. It's good. He's good. All right, the last brush I want to talk about is this one right here, and this is the BR110 brush. This is a great foundation brush. I actually have 4 of these. Again, it's synthetic bristles. It's very, very soft. It's luxurious feeling on the skin, and again, it's great for these lighter weight foundations that I've really been liking lately, like the NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. It's so perfect for that. I like using these with like my Dream Lumi cushion. Not my Dream Lumi, my, what is it? The L'Oreal Lumi cushion, True Match Lumi cushion. I always get those confused. The Dream Wonder foundation that's in that like genie shaped bottle. I love this brush with those foundations because it's dense enough to where it's not going to pick up a whole bunch of product, but it's also not going to just move that lightweight product around. I love these. I use these in my kits, and the reason why I have multiples of these is because they're so affordable. I think I picked up this brush for like $6. I think I picked up these for like $4 or $5, and then I picked up these for $3, is because I can buy multiples of them without breaking the bank. And when I'm freelancing and working on a bridal party, I can clean a brush, move on to the next person, and just pick up a fresh one. So it's just very convenient. I love these. I think if you are just starting out or you're wanting to try out some different types of brushes, check out Coastal Scents because they have some amazing, amazing quality brushes. And these 3 are in my rotation every single day. I use them every single day because they are that good. So, all right, everybody. So those are my 5 products that I love. Well, I guess really 7 with the brushes, but we're going to consider it 5 that I really love that nobody ever talks about. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you've tried out any of these products or if you're interested in any of them, or if you've tried them and you absolutely hate them, because, you know, everybody has different opinions and I love to hear what you guys have to say. But as always, thank you guys so much for hanging out, talking about makeup with me. I hope you guys have an amazing day, a rockin' week, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.